Then, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, everyone. It is so good to see you guys. Welcome in. My name's Michael. I'm the Dead Aussie Gamer, and welcome to DAG vs. The Walking Dead. At least our session 0 of DAG vs. The Walking Dead. Now, what is DAG vs. The Walking Dead? Well, this is a new show that I'll be putting up on the channel where I will be playing myself in the Walking Dead universe using the Walking Dead role-playing game by Free League Publishing. Free League, for those of you who don't know, are the amazing minds behind things like Forbidden Lands, the Aliens RPG, Fallout, and so many more amazing and incredible TTRPGs. When they announced they were doing the Kickstarter for the Walking Dead, I was freaking in straight away. That's it. No questions. DAG's getting this game. And so we just released the beta of the Walking Dead role-playing game. So I'm going to be building a character and getting it started. Now, the point of this show is, frankly, I'm not going to technically GM. I mean, I am going to GM. I'm going to be doing the storytelling and stuff like that. But you guys in the audience are going to be in control of pretty much everything, whether or not I bump into people, whether or not I get skills, or I find loot to survive with, and you also include basically when I get attacked by zombies. So yeah, this is basically it. It's chat versus DAG in The Walking Dead. How many episodes can I survive without DAG dying? And we're gonna have like a this many days since X death. Now this is a deadly game because if any of you are fans of The Walking Dead, the way the world is everyone technically has been infected with a virus. So no matter what happens, if you die, you come back as a zombie. That's just a given, right? The bite or the scratch marks from a zombie is lethal unless you remove a limb that you were attacked with very, very quickly. And even then, it's not always a guarantee. There's infection. There's a whole bunch of other stuff. It is a gritty and hard-hitting world. So I'm gonna be playing me in this world. So yeah, are you the GM? Yes, absolutely. Also, I can see everyone in chat. Let me just say a quick good morning to everyone. Good morning to Creative Garden. Nice to see you. Welcome in. Tony, actually, no, hold on, sorry. It's super quiet. Let me just, before I continue my thank yous, let's just... Nice. Beauty. I love it. All right. So, starting off with some thank yous. Welcome into Tony the Tigger. Welcome to Odd Bandicoot. Good to see you, my friend. Mythical Turian. Wonderful getting to play with you earlier on this week at Jasper's Game Day. And thank you once again for your kind donation to such a worthwhile cause. Guys, if you haven't had a chance to, Jasper's Game Day is still up and running. So if you guys get a chance to, go check out Jasper's Game Day. They're currently supporting the Black Dog Institute, which is a help center for depression and suicide prevention. So there you go. McClover, wonderful to see you. And I think that's all the hellos. Excellent. So to answer the question, are you the GM? Yes and no. you are the GM in the sense that you control the pacing of what happens. I'm going to be role-playing myself. I'm going to be building the world as I move through it. I'll be adding a few things here and there, but ultimately, all of the roles that would otherwise be determined by the GM in terms of like what happens to the environment, what happens with the zombies, what happens with all that, that is on you guys. That is on chat. So you guys are going to be taking on the role of technically the DM, while I still maintain storyteller, so I can push our story along, you know. That way you guys aren't sitting there typing a million different stories. It functions very much like a Twitch play, but it is very much you guys are in control of the action. So there's no healing in this world. It's the real world, so there's no like magic healing, there's no like potions, there's nothing like that. If I want to heal, I need bandages and I need bed rest. That's basically it. And even then, if I do want to heal, I'd likely need to find a hospital, or I'd need to find somewhere that is going to be worth, you know, like worth raiding for supplies, when most of the supplies will be, you know, kind of like, you know, in danger. Now, a couple of things. First of all, we need to learn how to play the game. I've only given it a cursory read, so I haven't gone through it all in its entirety. So we're gonna like discover that together today, while, you know, it gives me an excuse to, you know, stream and chat with you guys and stuff. And yeah, we'll learn about the game together, and then we'll build a character. That's my entire goal for today. I love Gritty. You like Gritty? Nice, nice. I like Gritty too. Mostly I like a challenge, and I really want to see what you guys come up with. Now, as far as donations go for today, as you guys know, first of all, there are going to be donations during the game. We're only going to be activating NPC for today. If you guys want to donate to the stream today, do feel free to. There is, of course, the fundraiser. DAG is broke because DAG didn't realize how expensive it was spending a few days in LA. So I'm trying to replenish my funds before Gen Con. So if anyone wants to donate, you know, feel free to. But if anyone donates the $100, we'll create an NPC for you that'll be a part of the show. That is to say, you'll have a Hero Forge mini, much like the Dead Aussie Gamer one that's here. Plus, you'll have like personality. We'll build all that sort of stuff as well. Whether or not we do that on today's stream, or we do it privately, or we do it, you know, it'll happen is the important bit. Need to find a clinic herbalist. Ooh, yeah, that's true. Gotta find, yeah, because, oh, and there's also a thing where in this game you can also find havens and draw people in, which is going to be amazing, and that's kind of like one of the things I want to look at. In addition, I do know that there is a solo play mode, which we'll be using the rules for, because, you know, the game's hard enough as is without that. So we'll be looking at that a little later. I love The Walking Dead so much. I'm excited to see how this plays out. Oh man, me too. I was a big fan of the comic books more than the TV show. I watched the TV show, but I think I got bored in one of the arcs. I can't remember which one. Maybe season 4 or 5, something like that. It was, I think, just after the prison, maybe, that I started getting kind of but then kept reading the comics, so yeah. I give more, but I spend too much for Jaspers on the weekend. No worries, Myth. That's a perfectly worthwhile cause. Any donations that come to me are purely, you know, like, to my heart. Anyone who doesn't donate and just gives up their time is equally as important to me, right? Like, I value the fact that you guys spend time with me and, you know, hang out with me and do stuff like this. All right, so where do we begin? Let's pull up the book here. Now, I'll be reading, of course, as we go on, but if people want me to reread or clarify stuff as we go, we'll do that. But, so I'm looking at the PDF right now, and I'm not going to broadcast it because I don't really want to ruin terms of service and stuff like that with Free League, but if you want to get your copy, it shouldn't be too far away. This is still the beta, but once that's done, you'll probably be able to pick it up on Drive-Thru RPG. Do follow Free League Publishing for all of the information regarding the Walking Dead RPG. Okay? Love the mini? Thank you. Ah, he's so handsome. Look at him. They also got new guns as well that were actually small and actually looked really compact and cool. So I was very happy for that. And I also gave him a little scar because I was like, you know, why not? All right, so this will be new to you too. Fantastic. Read the first comic issue and a couple of episodes, guys. Yeah. You know, there are certain things about the comics that I liked more than the series. But I definitely think Daryl in the series is a big boon to watching the series. If you like Daryl, like, he's not in the comics, and I quite enjoy that. Link for donations, get you some supplies, yo. I should do a command for that. I will, but it'll just be the same donation thing that we do. Yeah, there you go. But yes, as I said before, just real quick again, donations are all charity at the moment during character creation for today, but the only thing we're accepting is the NPCs, because obviously if we're building characters, we want to, we can build NPCs at the same time. All right, so welcome to the beta version of the role-playing game, yada yada yada. Introduction. Oh, okay, cool. Ooh, let's do voices. I love voices. Introductions. There were birds everywhere in the trees the morning Sam died. I saw goldfinches, sparrows, and nuthatches, and they were singing. Though it was the middle of October. At least that's how I remember it. We all gathered around his bed. He looked like a bird, a slender, small one, with his head and hands sticking out from under the blanket. Sam had been sick for quite a while. There wasn't one among us who hadn't secretly been cursing him for slowing us down and eating without contributing. I think it was cancer, and he had it since long before the outbreak. As he fell asleep for the last time with us, holding his hand, crying around him as family, it was a thing of beauty. He wasn't shot in the head. He wasn't bitten or torn apart by living corpses. He didn't get a knife in his belly. He was our Sam. And we buried him there in the backyard. Nice. Sets such a mood, right? All right, so there's a bit of a scenario here for an example before the welcome. So let's read out the example. The deceitful stranger is trying to get away with a backpack full of canned dog food, stolen from the camp where the player characters, Hannah and Miguel, live with their group. They catch up to the thief in a walker-infested small-town area, chase him up a fire escape to the roof of an apartment building, and for a moment he seems to be cornered. But then... Game Master. With one gigantic leap, the stranger jumps over the roof to an adjacent building. For a fraction of a second, you think he might not make it, but then he hits onto the roof on the other side, skids on the snow, and rolls around to come up upon his feet. Very athletic. Hannah. I just stand there and watch him, knowing that I would never be able to make that jump. I then reach into my left coat pocket and grab the small revolver I took from the dead kid. Game Master. He turned around with a mocking smile. Well, looks like I'm eating good tonight. White vapor hissing from his mouth as he exhales heavily. Hannah. I raise the revolver and aim between his eyes. Game Master. The thief seems to think it's hilarious. Sweetie, if you pull that trigger, the dead will pack these streets in minutes. You ready to get caught up here without any food or shelter? I don't think so. You thought wrong, says Hannah. I cock the hammer. Miguel. Whoa. Is there anything I can do to stop her before she shoots? Game Master. You can always try. What do you do? Miguel. I tackle her so she falls onto the roof before the shot goes off. Okay, roll close combat. Miguel rolls 4 6-sided dice. I failed. There isn't a success in there. Game Master. All right. Hannah, you see Miguel throwing himself at you, but at the last moment you're able to step backwards as he tumbles past you. Hannah. I shoot. All right. So that seems like a pretty standard thing. Seems like 4d6 are the way to go. So maybe I'll need to come up with a code for 4d6 into the chat, which we'll work on. But yeah. All right. Welcome to the Walking Dead role-playing game, yada, yada, yada. This is an example of how this works. Cool. Context of the book. This is what's in the book. What's role-playing? We know what role-playing is. What's a game master? We are. This is a game master. Safety tools. Please make sure to observe safety tools, yada, yada, yada. So this show will have a mature rating, of course, because we are going to tackle some pretty heavy stuff. There will be lots of darkness here because that's just the nature of The Walking Dead. We're not going to be, like, overly cruel, but we are going to, there are going to be moments where we will push boundaries, but there will always be a consent warning, or a, content warning. I'll see if I can find a light. Hey, Lady Colleen, good to see you. Welcome. Wonderful to have you here. All right. The World of the Dead. The game takes place in the Walking Dead universe, in the same setting explored throughout the various TV series from the AMC network. Some time has passed since those who've died have come back as flesh-eating walkers. Exactly how much time is for you to decide. So I think we're going to go from the outbreak, because I think that's where most of the chaos is happening, right? So we're going to literally go from the moment of the outbreak. Before all that, your PC led ordinary lives. They made livings through. They made it through the first waves of death and destruction, bearing witness as society collapsed and armies made futile attempts to defend the cities from the walkers. You are now a close-knit group of allies, maybe even rivals, who stick together and survive. They have a haven, a base where they are relatively safe, but are constantly on the lookout for food, medicine, and other resources they need to get by. Besides the walkers, there are other survivors out there. Some of them, many, wanting to join your group, but others will try to steal what you have or even kill you. The long run of this game could be about rebuilding society and creating something new from the ashes, but as the world of the dead is lethal, you and your PCs may be forced to do things to drive them mad or fundamentally change who they were. It could be just as well to turn into a story about things going from bad to worse. Nice. So that's very much the vibe of it. The outbreak. All of this started with the outbreak, the moment in which the dead started to come back to life. Everyone remembers it. Everyone lost someone. Sometime before the outbreak, a virus spread around the globe. Everyone carries it, and this virus makes you come back after you die. Doesn't matter how, walker bite, bullet wound, starvation, sickness, or even natural causes, everyone comes back as a walker. This being said, being bitten or scratched by a walker will always kill you as the wound becomes infected. Your only hope, if bitten, is to amputate the limb, and quickly. So, as we mentioned before. Walkers. The walkers are everywhere. There is no safe places. They are like the wind or water, seeping in wherever there's a crack. You can kill individual walkers, but you can never take out so many that'll make any real difference. It's a simple matter of fact. If you mess up and attract their attention, the swarm will come. Walkers are driven only by their compulsion to devour living flesh. When gathered, a group of walkers come together and form a swarm, beginning to move as one. A huge walker swarm can destroy almost anything in its path. Hey, Grouch Couch, welcome in, mate. How you doing? I saw your Instagram feed. That was so adorable. I'm really glad you boys got to see each other in person and hang out. All of the love. Mwah. All right, the living. In the world where food is scarce, there is little electricity and no industrial production of medicine or other equipment. The struggle to survive is often means taking from other people. The few remaining survivors have all done inhumane things to stay alive. The living are often a bigger threat to PCs than the walkers, but they're all kinds. In a world of cannibals, robbers, murderers, there are also those who trade and join ranks in order to build new societies. I'm so glad. All right, the haven. Most survivors have a haven where they rest, gather supplies. It could be anything from tents on a rooftop to a well-functioning military base with running water and electricity. The PCs will start the game with a simple haven and a handful of NPC survivors. During the game, you will find new ways to improve your haven and at times be forced to abandon it. So I think for us, we're not going to start with a haven. I think we're just going to start with me, the Dead Aussie Gamer, looking for a haven, and then we'll build it as we go. When and where? Yep, okay, that's fine. Okay, player characters. The drive. After the outbreak, your character is still the same, but there's one difference. You and those who didn't make it. Something that made you grittier. Something that made you grit your teeth and push through everything. This is called your drive. Okay, cool. So what drives my character? What drives me? Interesting question. Okay. We'll come to that, but you can see on the character sheet, just kind of like on the right-hand side, like top third maybe, there's like a section for drive. So, you know, that's going to be important. Being in a group, it's not about being an individual hero. Lies! We're doing solo mode. It is all about me. And seeing if I can survive. So, yeah, we'll see. Issues. Okay, so issues is there as well. Okay. That issues that you rest with. So resting with fear, your shame, your lust, whatever problems you have. Okay, level that. Anchors. So we've also got anchors. Yeah, NPC anchors, PC anchors. Luckily, you have anchors to keep your fears in check. They are people in your group that you trust and love who help you find some sort of internal balance. If they die or disappear, however, you may fall apart. Ooh, okay, I love that mechanic. That's really cool. Challenges. While you struggle to reach your goals, you will inevitably get in the way things will get in the way. These are, of course, your challenges. It doesn't look like challenges are listed here. I think that's just basically your obstacles that you play. Challenge may arise from your own issues or issues from your haven. Perhaps there's a way inside that no one has noticed, and now a walker has found their way into a kid's playroom. Damn! Challenges escalate if you do not overcome them. Alright, I dig that. Maybe what we'll do here is we're going to add in, just under the rewards, random event or challenge. There we go. So yeah, so that'll be, so you can create a scenario. So with a $50 donation, you create the challenge, and that challenge plays out. It can be anything. It could be the water that you have has all suddenly been filled with bacteria. It could be that the car that I've been driving suddenly breaks down. You know, it can't be something that instantly kills my character, but it has to be a challenge that I need to overcome. But I think that's a good one. So a random event is just kind of like, maybe there's a thunderstorm, maybe we come across a survivor, and that's just random, and I'll throw in a random one. Or if you want to design a encounter, we're going to add that as an option so that you guys can do that too. Do they list suggestions for drive? No, they don't. At least not here. This is just kind of like the overview for player characters. Hopefully a little bit later on they'll give you some examples. I think drive could be things like finding someone, like, okay, so here's my PC drive. It doesn't matter if you're playing D&D, it doesn't matter if you're playing Walking Dead, Pathfinder, whatever, right? Drive for characters is always one of three things: moving towards something, running away from something, or holding your ground. So if you are searching for a lost person who disappeared in the outbreak, you are searching for someone or something. You're running away from something or someone. Maybe you were an ex-criminal and you don't want people to find out about your past because it was a violent and quite aggressive past, and if people learned about it, they wouldn't trust you, so you're running away from your history. Standing the ground. You've finally managed to corner yourself into a small area and you've made it a peaceful haven for yourself, but people are trying to break in. So these three drives always work. Doesn't matter what the reason is: towards something, away from something, or hold your ground. Those are the only options that you really have for your character drive. Yeah, just different flavors of that. So that's my own house rule for like determining drive. But, you know, yeah, like I said, when we get to the character creation, we'll have a closer look, and hopefully there'll be some examples too. All right, game modes. Campaign type, when you're playing a long campaign over several sessions, or survival mode, where you play a pre-written adventure that usually finishes in 1 or 2 sessions. So I'm kind of mixing it. So I want a campaign because I want us to tell a full story, but also survival mode because ultimately it's me versus you guys. It's me versus chat. So, you know, I want to try and survive as best I can against chat. Setting the scene. You don't have to play everything that happens in the world of Dead. That would be dull. Just as on the television said, you only play specific scenes. So yeah, you don't have to like walk on the streets and just do nothing. You can skip and move like you do in normal D&D. Threat level. The walkers are a constant threat in the world. You may be temporarily safe, but they're always out there. Threat level is on a scale of 0 to 6, indicating how active the dead are in the area. Threat levels can be increased by loud noises, such as shooting a gun or losing your nerve in an argument or screaming at someone. You can also increase the threat level by setting off a car alarm or dropping a heavy item. Be careful out there because the threat level rules are explained in chapter 5. Ooh, okay. So maybe what we'll do is create a challenge. Okay. Creates challenge. Supplies. Supply or threat increase. Okay. So you guys can increase the threat level. Okay, I dig that. I dig that. Want to play some Walking Dead? Hey, dude, what's up, goblins and warlocks? Goblets and warlocks. We're hopefully gonna get this all set up, and we'll see how it goes. This is the beta, by the way, so there is still a lot to learn and stuff, but we're making our way. So far, it seems really cool. I'm loving like the threat system. I'm loving how challenges work. It's a 4d6 system, so I'm imagining there's going to be like predominantly skill checks involved with everything, as they tend to with these sorts of things. But yeah, we'll see how we go. All right. Dice and conflicts. Mostly the game is a conversation where you describe what your PCs say and do, but there will come times where you must attempt dangerous or difficult tasks, like trying to block a door to stop a walker from getting in, shooting someone, etc. At these times, you will use the roll of a dice to determine how things will turn out. The PC has skills that tell you the strengths and weaknesses. If you shoot, you use ranged combat, and if you try to save someone from bleeding out, you will use medicine, and so on. Every skill has a skill level from 0 to 5, and each skill has a corresponding attribute on a scale of 1 to 5. Hold on, let me read that again. Each skill has a skill level from 0 to 5, and each skill has a corresponding attribute on a scale of 1 to 5. Okay, so it'd be like you've got 5 ranks in medicine, and then like 5 ranks in wisdom. You have 10 in that skill. So that's, okay, I'm kind of feeling that. Okay. When rolling for a skill, add your attribute and your skill level together, then roll that many 6-sided dice. Oh, okay, cool. So it's like, okay, so it's not an additive to the score. It's how many dice you roll. Gotcha. So yeah, this is actually very much like Forbidden Lands, for example. So this is very much their style of role-playing game. Each 6-sided dice each 6 you roll is then called a success. Most times you only need 1 success to achieve what you want to do. The skill mechanics are explained fully in Chapter 4. Okay, cool. So yeah, so let's say that we have ranged combat, and we've got, say, 2 in ranged combat, right? We're not that great, but we are very what did my dice go? There it is. Okay, but we are very dexterous, right? We've got a lot of accuracy or whatever the stat is. So we get 2 dice for the ranks that we have in ranged combat. And then we have an additional 3 dice from us having, us having, high dexterity. So we roll those, and I've gotten a 6, a 1, 3, a 2, and a 5. So with 1 success, I managed to shoot, say, a walker. All right, nice and easy. So that's kind of how this works. So the higher these skills are, the more dice I have to roll, the better the odds that I will roll a 6. Kill. Nice, we're getting there. Okay. Okay, principles of the game. Well, like this. The entire game is permeated by a few simple principles. They are both instructions in how to play and the source of inspiration. Go through them with any new players before starting. All right. Number 1. Do whatever it takes to survive. There is no preset path to salvation for your PC and no way to win the game. There are no boss endings or hidden treasures. All there is your will to survive and your freedom to do whatever it takes to go on another day, which is perfect because DAG versus The Walking Dead, there is a goal. The goal is how many days does DAG live? And it'll be days in-game, not days as in episodes, if that makes sense. So, and we won't skip weeks and stuff like that unless we're recovering and we're in a safe haven, for example. We might do that, but other than that, it'll be day by day. Death is inescapable. Death is everywhere, and even though you can kill an individual walker, there will always be more coming. Your only hope is to build a barricade, but that will only last so long. Okay. You are never safe. Everything changes. There is no permanently safe place. Those who were your allies yesterday may sneak into your camp tonight to take your supplies and your life. The old gas station, which was clear an hour ago, may now be filled with walkers after a car alarm went off. Even your own mind may betray you through fear, weakness, and delusion. Hey, that's rad. I like that. All right. Number 4, you are not alone. It is a game about a group of people, not individual heroes. Your PC may die, but you will get a new one. The same holds up for other players and the GM. Everyone is equally responsible for what happens at the table. You all bring the fun and should respect each other. I think what this means is if you end up having to leave other players behind, it's don't take that personally, I think, is the important thing. And I think that's a good element to this game as well. Like, I think okay, here's my rule on this. Big overstanding rule. Boom, right? You ready? So, big overstanding rule. Everyone will die at some point in this game. If you're playing with a group of individuals, you must not be targeting a single player for jerk-off reasons. Don't just sort of go, oh, we're just going to keep betraying that guy, right? Don't be a dick, okay? If your character does get left behind, it should be because the option is, hey, we can't afford to save you. You might, just be far too gone, or, it's too much of a risk for us to do this. And if you survive, yeah, that's something you've got to deal with within the game. But you shouldn't really be taking stuff like that personally. You shouldn't really be feeling as though people are targeting you. And likewise, you shouldn't be targeting people. So that's my 2 cents on playing in a group. We don't have to worry about that, but I just want to throw that out there. The don't be a dick rule. Yeah, that's basically it. Don't be a dick. All right. Number 5. You are telling a story. The game is played in scenes. Not everything that happens must be played out. Set scenes and play what feels interesting, but skip the rest. Okay, that's good. That's good. Like that. Fiction comes first. In this game, the story is more important than the rules. Never say anything about the rule mechanics without first describing and talking about how it impacts the story. The game is not about attacking walkers and rolling for damage. It's about what these experiences bring out in your PC and how it changes you and your perspective on the world. So if a dice roll does not align with the story that you want to tell, or where a player wants to take a PC, talk about it first and allow the dice to then dictate where your story goes. Nice. I like that. So that's more of a, again, just get into some good roleplay. Enjoy the journey. That's the key thing. Enjoy the journey. Okay. Pushing and stress. If you fail a roll, you get an option to try again. This is called pushing. Again, this is more of stuff from Forbidden Lands and what they originally had. So, just to recap for the people who just joined us as well, this game has your skill and your aspect. Whatever your skill is, say 2, that adds dice to your pool. And then if you have an aspect, that also adds dice to your pool. You combine these 2, and then you roll your total value for your skills, right? If you rolled and you have failed, you can push. Every time you push, you gain a point of stress, which is represented by stress dice, and you can then try to succeed. If, however, you continue to fail, then bad things happen. Let's see. So, yada, 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 custom stress dice, yada, yada, yada. Cool. If you roll 1 or more 1s on your stress dice during a skill roll, it has caused you to make a mistake. You've messed up in some way. So there is a custom stress dice with a walker symbol on the 1 to indicate that something bad has happened. So hopefully when I get the dice, yeah, that'll be there. Messing up means that you raise the threat level by 1 step. But you can, for example, have other things happen. The GM ultimately determines what happens there. So yeah. Aspect plus skill. Okay, if you lose one of those, then stress. Yeah, so if you do the aspect and skill, and you get no 6s, you simply don't succeed, but nothing bad happens. You can, however, then add stress or use your stress to roll extra d6s. And if you roll any 1s on that, then potentially bad things happen. So yeah. Bonk. Cute. All right. Other dice rolls. This game only uses 6-sided dice. Yada yada yada. Okay, so here are the dice roll list. Dice roll. Skill roll. Add your skill and attributes. 6s mean success. A regular d6 is a 6 roll. A d6 is 2 dice. The first represents the 10s, and the second one represents the 1s. Okay. D666. Roll 3 dice. The first represents the hundreds, the second represents the 10s, and the third represents the 1. Double high, roll 2 dice, choose the highest. Double low, roll 2, take the lowest. Random dice, everyone rolls a dice, the lowest result loses. Lucky die, the GM gets to decide something. Okay, so there's a few different things. That's going to get confusing, but I'm not going to worry about that. Okay, cool. That's double die, double low, percentages, yada, 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 yada. Okay, abstract rule. No, we don't need to worry about that. That's fine. Okay, the world of The Walking Dead. All right. So this is all the lore stuff. But let's move on to the character creation. And then maybe if we've got time, we'll come back to this one. Because it's only like 3 pages of the world lore, which is really cool. And I do want to go into it. All right. The player characters chapter. This is chapter 3 now. Money don't mean anything no more. But everything has a price. Freetown offered security and resources in their majestic 6-story building. But anyone wanting to join had to pay for their privilege. They created a community by taking from others, spreading fear wherever they went. Supposedly, they even had electricity and hot water, and a functioning movie theater on the top floor. We never did find out if it was true. Once we got back, the stuff they'd stolen from us, Hannah had us build a big bonfire that blocked the exit. We watched as the building lit up like the night sky, like a flaming hand reaching from hell, desperately trying to touch the heavens. Damn, Hannah, what the hell? Jesus. All right. Cool, here we go. In this chapter, we are going to be creating a PC. You should create it together with the other players, yada, yada, yada. You begin by selecting an archetype, giving your PC a name, and determining the issues and drives that they have done so you can shift the focus on their characteristics by deciding how proficient they are in the following attributes, skills, and talents. I don't know what that means. Before moving on to these sections, describing attributes, yada, 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 survival mode. If you're playing survival mode, such as the one included in the starter set, you use pre-generated characters instead of your own. Okay, so we're not going to be doing that. Hannah's real name is Karen. Yeah, that's true. All right, so core aspects. Archetype. The archetype is about something about who you were before the outbreak. There are archetypes on the following pages. Okay, cool. No archetype. If you already have a clear idea of what your PC should be like, you can create it freely without using the archetype. You need to choose your key attributes, key skills, and the like with GM approval. Okay, so we can skip the archetypes and just add stuff potentially. Issues. Everyone who is alive has an issue, something problematic, something that changes. You could be an alcoholic. You could have trouble trusting people. You could trust people too easily. You could be longing for company, and so on. Every archetype has suggestions on issues. Okay, cool. So it seems like archetypes are kind of like just guidelines, but we can mix things around a little bit. I think we'll mix things around a little bit, but we'll see how the archetypes have it labeled out. Drive. So we're back to drive now. Your drive is the thing that makes you grit your teeth and push through the fear and pain. Your drive could be something that you're looking for your daughter, that you're afraid of dying. It is whatever keeps you going. Once every session, you may use your drive to get a +2 modifier on a skill roll. Describe how it motivates you and makes you push on. Roll 2 extra base dice for the skill rolls, and you must declare that you're using your drive before you roll. So if you've got something that is particularly important to you, you can get a bonus to your to your checks. Okay, that's cool. You can also so you can also roll for trauma if you want to as well. So there's a bunch of stuff there. Attributes. Okay, here we go. You have 4 major attributes which indicate your core strengths and weaknesses. They are your strength, your agility, your wits, and your empathy. You have 13 points to distribute between these attributes. The minimum value is 2. The maximum value is 4, except for key attributes of your chosen archetype, which has a maximum value of 5. Nice. Okay. So, let's see. And then we have other stuff. Okay, cool. Let's start with this. So, first of all, let's have a look at some of the archetypes. And you know what I'm going to do? I am actually going to share the archetypes with you guys. I feel like let's just get the visual on that one. Okay, there we go. Hold on, let me... There we go. And... da boopity boop. Da boopity boop. Da boopity boop. Okay, there we go. Criminal. I used to hate moaners and crybabies. In high school, we'd target classmates we thought were weak. Pretending to invite them to our crew, we stuffed them into my old Chevrolet and drove them down over to the old water tower and made them suffer for what things were bugging us about them. Later, there were drugs along with them. Came more severe beatings and fights. They called me killer, even though I never murdered anyone. Strange as it may sound, this is a new world. Oh, this new world has somehow made me softer. Now I want to protect the kinds of people I used to torment. Their family. Some of them. But when something threatens us, I become killer again. Ooh, very cool. So, as you can see here, key attribute is strength, key skill is close combat, talents, threatening posture, fixer, fights dirty. Then choose among the suggested below to suit yourself up. So it's got some suggestions for issues, suggestions for drives, and some gear that you can pick up. All right, the doctor. New diseases always hit the medical staff hardest. I was right in the middle of it. The ER at Atlanta's busiest hospital. When people started to turn, I lost so many. Jane, my wife, Julia, Harry and Tom. I don't know a single person who got out of there except me. Before I ran, I examined one of them, a girl who was strapped to a bed before she died. This is no ordinary sickness. Maybe it really is the end of days in the biblical sense. My theory is as good as anyone's. There you go. A key attribute is empathy, key skill is medicine, talents are emergency medicine, etc. All right. So we're not going to read through all of these, but, you know, we'll go through and just see them. So we got the farmer, we got the homemaker, we have the kid, Carl. We have the nobody. Ooh, I kind of like the nobody. Last time I spoke with my mother, she kept mixing me up with my brother, and it's not like she was ever senile or anything. She just couldn't recall the name of my first girlfriend or who my friends were at school. It hurt at times, but now I get it. Some days even I don't remember those things. My life has been a haze of average grades, boring weekends, mediocre sports results, and uninspired dreams. It's hard to make others understand how different my situation is now from back then. For me, the biggest change is not the bombed out landscape and the Walking Dead, but how it is between me and the people around me. They see me as important. They confide in me. They depend on me to find food for them. I guess that's why I take stupid risks. I have people worth doing it for. Oh, that's really cool. I like that. The introvert. It's not the nobody, it's the introvert. The outcast. Ew, outcast. The politician. The preacher. Hell yeah. The scientist with a sledgehammer. Jesus. The law enforcer. Rick. The soldier. All right, cool. And then we got skills and talents there. So, sweet. So there we go. So we've got some idea of the stuff that we need. So we're not going to pick an archetype. Let me just open up this real quick. So we have our name, Michael, aka the Dead Aussie Gamer. That's my name. Choose an issue. Okay, so what issue should I have? Let's see. How many issues do I choose? Yada yada yada. 2 functions. Possible to change issues. Oh, you just pick one. Okay, so there's one issue. Fear of zombies. That's a good one. All right, let's put down some suggestions. Throw out some. Yeah, actually, you know what? Throw out some suggestions. Now, keeping in mind, this is kind of me. You know what I mean? Like it's supposed to represent me. So you know, I don't mind playing around with a few things. Archetype. Let's go with Dungeon Master archetype. Boom. Oh, Game Master. Rolled a natural 1. Thank you, Everyday Adventurer. Loves D&D too much. Easily distracted. Ooh, that is a good one. That is a good one. Okay, keep throwing some stuff out there. We'll find it. We'll find it. We'll find exactly what we want. Let me just get this up here real quick. There we go. Okay. Game Master, issues. Okay, so let's see, what do we got? Fear of zombies. Fear... Oh, paranoid, I think. That's a good one. Paranoid. Easily distracted. Fear of being vulnerable. I think maybe we'll go to that. Slow to trust could be a good one. Oh, untrusting. Yeah, same kind of untrusting. Okay, I dig that. I dig that. Let me show you guys what we've got there. There we go. Cool. So that's what we've written down so far. What else do we have? Okay. Photosensitivity. Actually, you know what? That is that is. I think that's the winner. Fuck, I think that is the winner. Dang it, that's a good one, Myth. Yeah. No, that is a good issue. I'm gonna. I think we'll definitely take that one. All right. So. Archetype is Game Master. Issue is photosensitive. Because that is actually legitimately an issue I have. I am photosensitive. I actually can't stay in bright lights for a long period of time. I know that my job is entailed with this, but I actually, yeah, I actually do have issues. And if I were walking around in daylight, like broad daylight all the time, absolutely it'd trigger it, which might mean that it may be better for my character to function at night when it's darker. And that could, you know, that comes out with its own inherent dangers. So that's actually a really good one. I think you nailed that one. The fear of zombies thing, even during the outbreak, watching zombie movies, man. Yeah, I think being afraid of zombies is a good one. And it's not that I don't think they're good ones. I think everyone that was there was right on the money, but photosensitive is definitely like, for me, it's like, it's the tip top. That's like, yes, straight away, that's an issue I have. Okay, what's next? So we've got our issue. Next up is choose your drive. What is our drive? The drive is the thing that makes you grit your teeth. So this is the thing that I will get +2 bonus on. Okay, so like some drives. I do what's right. I never give up. Jesus walks with me. Fear of dying. Higher purpose. I'll find my wife. Nobody takes a swing at me and gets away with it. Hate. I will find my sister. My father thinks I'm strong. Kids will grow up to rule the world. I'll protect my friends. Swore to never be a victim again. So there's survive. Find out if your friends are still alive. Ooh, that's a good one. Higher purpose. Never give up. Those are good ones. Ooh, those are good ones. I do like those ones. All right. Alcoholic. People do not like me. Odd behavior. Oh no, those are issues. I'm a survivor. This is my new family. Crave revenge. Drive. I cannot be killed. This is my chance. And my love is my drive. Aw. My ancestors fought hard. This is a new beginning. I will make amends. These are the final days. There's always a chance. I will save everyone. I am the law. We will build a new world. Interesting. Protect or find my siblings? Yeah, that's not happening. I saw my friends get eaten. I will find a way to solve this. Discipline. Ooh, okay. What's the difference between a higher purpose, never giving up? Higher purpose would be like you having a calling. So like maybe my calling would be to like make people feel bad or make people feel better, you know. Never give up might be like even when things are down, I don't lose faith, you know, I keep pushing forward. Hey, no worries. Lurk away, my dear friend. Like imagine not knowing if Rob or Dredd survived a zombie outbreak. True, but keeping in mind, we're going to be starting from Perth, which means I would need to find a way to not only cross the country on foot, but also also find a way across to New Zealand, which again, whole other thing. So you know, as much as I think that'd be cool, I don't think seeking out people is going to be a big factor. I kind of like animals, so maybe my drive is I want a pet. Could meet an AJ NPC. Could. I think that definitely could definitely come up. But I'd also want people's permission before I like put them into a show, like even if it's not them. Or maybe even I'll even ask them to like come on the show and actually, you know, be like, ah, here you are. Thing on. Talent gives you a pet. There is a talent that gives you a pet? Is there? Ooh, let's have a look. Let's have a look real quick. Hold on. If the talent gives me a pet, that changes the game. Skill list. Talents. Here we go. Talents. Sorry, I'm just having a look real quick. Lone wolf. Oh, you only have yourself as one of your 2 anchors. Oh, okay, that's cool. Lone wolf is a good one. Animal companion, there is one. You have a pet that you can rely on once per session to get a bonus to your dice, evident of your pet. Oh. Okay, yeah, no, you know what? I'm definitely. I think if we're gonna get the companion, I think we need to look at, yeah. So my drive, I will protect my dog. That's it. I will protect my dog at all cost. All right. Perth is definitely not towards the middle. No, it is not. It is absolutely not towards the middle. Okay, cool. No, I definitely like that. I definitely want a pet. Oh my god. That pet is never dying. Yeah, no, absolutely not. I can die, but the pet can never die. We can kill your character and remember how the pet is never dying. Yes. No, absolutely. No, I definitely want a dog. I definitely want a dog. Like, it's just straight up. Either a dog or a crocodile. I don't care. I'm having an animal companion. I don't think the pet is attackable in the Walking Dead TTRPG. Yeah, actually, it doesn't look like it is. Hey, Lanta Fanta! Oh my god, it's so good to see you. Everyone, please give a round of applause for our dear friend Lanta. We love Lanta. Lanta is one of our favorite beings, who is also Australian, also a wonderful and amazing human being, who we love very dearly. Welcome in. We're doing a DAG versus the Walking Dead prep game or prep show, so we are learning all of the things about the Walking Dead TTRPG so that we can have chat try to kill me off with zombies. That's basically happening. I am so good, and I regret the fact that I couldn't come see you when I was on my way through to Utah. Utah was amazing. I want to find some time to, you know, have a coffee online, maybe chat and catch you up on all the stuff. And I'll be going to Gen Con later on, so I'll see if I've got some time, depending on when I'm going, to again stop by Melbourne, see if we can hang out and stuff. I love you and miss you. Mwah. I do. I'm so sorry. I'm really terrible. I should catch up more. But oh my god, my life. It exists more as a narrative role and a buff than an actual character. Yes, absolutely. I mean, we'll definitely role play it and stuff like that. And there will be, of course, the create a challenge. And I want to point out that right now, if anyone does create a challenge involving the dog, that is fine. That is on the cards. But there is nothing, like, much like you can't create a challenge that will instantly kill my character, you also cannot create a challenge that will instantly kill the dog. So there's pre-written rules there, right? I'm not going to take the dog dying off the table. This is The Walking Dead. Things are hard, things are harsh, but I've got all the things that I need to hopefully hopefully, fingers crossed, keep the dog alive for a long and healthy amount of time. Preferably longer than my character will live. So that is my gain. All right. I don't know what we can do with it yet, but let's keep moving on because we still have a few more things to hit up on. So where were we at? So we've chosen a name, chosen an issue. Our issue is photosensitivity. We've chosen our drive. I will protect my dog at all costs. Now, distribute 13 points among your attributes. Now, your minimum has to be 2, I believe. So let's have a quick look at our attributes here. So that means our strength has to be... Let's see. Let me get something nice and clear so we can see. Because we want to be able to read our thing here. All right, is that clear? I think. No, that's not very clear. Don't worry, you guys will see it in a second. Oh, there we go. That's good. Okay, so we're gonna start with 2 in all of the stats. 2, 4, 6, 8. Okay. So distribute 13 points among your attributes. You have 4 attributes which indicate your strengths and weaknesses. You have 13 points to distribute. The minimum value is 2 and the maximum value is 4 except for your key attribute. So what should my key attribute be? Should it, I think, okay, is my key attribute strength, agility, wits, or empathy? What do you think my key attribute is? What do you guys feel like my key attribute is? Wits? Empathy? Okay. I've got empathy and wits. Let's do a vote. That's it. Let's do a poll. We have enough people in chat. We can do a poll. Manage poll. New poll. DAG's primary attribute: strength, agility, wits, and empathy. Okay, we're gonna go for 3 minutes. Boom, there it is on the clock. Oh, okay. There you go. So we got everyone. So throw out what you guys think. Oh, stop it. I'm not a good bean. I'm mean. I'm horrible. I'm a terrible person. No, I do love people, and I do feel very empathetic towards people. Okay, we gotta... So Wits is winning at the moment, so if you want to get your votes in, throw them in now. But let's look at how we distribute stuff. So we got 13 points to spend. We've spent 2, 4, 6, 8. We have to spend 8 minimum. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So that means we have technically 5 points to spend. So looking at these stats here, our strength controls our close combat, our endurance, and our force. Agility is our stealth, ranged combat, and mobility. Wits is our scouting, survival, and technology use. And empathy is our leadership, manipulation, and medicine. Empathy because of the relationship with the dog. That's a good choice. Okay. All right, looks like Wits is winning. Okay, looks like Wits might be our key attribute. I find great solutions. Oh, thank you. Look, I didn't realize how deep and, like, you know, supportive you guys were going to be about this. You know, just I know we're building my character, but it's like, you know. All right, so it looks like Wits is going to be our key skill. If Wits is our key skill, all that means is that we can put that up to 5 if we wanted to. So, first of all, we don't have guns in Australia. Not a lot of guns. So, you know, like, ranged combat's not going to be much of a thing. So I think I'm going to need decent amounts of strength here. So, I'm thinking... So we've got 5 points to spend. I'm thinking... at least 1 more point in strength. Turn that into a 3. Look, I really want a stealth, so let's turn that into a 3 as well. Let's add 2 to wits, turning that into a 4. And then 1 to empathy, and that gives us our 5. So we've got a pretty average spread from the looks of it. Okay. Tell me what you guys think. There we go. There we go. That should now be adjusted, so you guys should now be able to see those stats there. No guns. Wow, wouldn't have guessed that. Yeah, no, Australia doesn't have that many guns. I mean, we do have guns, but they're definitely hard to come by. They're, you know, like, people generally don't carry them. Okay, your weapon is a nail-studded cricket bat called Sheila. That's freaking brilliant. Not gonna lie, I kind of like that. We will come back to that because we could definitely go to Bunnings and get that. That is not a hard ask for that at all. All right. So we've got our drive. Now we have 12 points to distribute among our skills. Okay, cool. So here we go. So now we have 12 points to distribute among the skills. So, what do we do? Close combat, endure, force, mobility, range. Is there a minimum and maximum? Skills, where are they? Skills. Skills represent the knowledge, training, and experience. There are 12 skills, each connected to a base attribute. Every skill has a level between 0 and 5. You get to distribute 12 points at the start. Start of the game, you cannot have more than 2 in any skill. Ah, okay, so we can't have more than 2 in any skill, except for the main skill of your chosen archetype. So we gotta pick a main skill now. Okay. So what is my main skill? Of all of these things, what do we think my main skill is? Close combat, endure, force, mobility, ranged combat, stealth, scout, survival, technology, leadership, manipulation, or medicine. What do you think my main skill is? Lucille. Yeah, Lucille was Negan's bat. And I mean, I liked Negan as a character, but he was a bit fucked up. Tech and leadership. All right, tech and leadership's up there. Negan's a prominent villain in The Walking Dead. He had a baseball bat wrapped in barbed wire. Yeah, he did. So I Australianized it. Fair. All right. Survival. Okay. So what's my question? Which of these skills is going to be my primary skill? Which is the one that you guys think I'll be best at? I think survival's not a bad one. I think scout's also a good one. I think I mean, I don't think I'm a terrible leader. I think I'm decent at stealthing too. Definitely not mobility. I mean, I'm not bad at close quarters combat. I do have martial arts experience. All right, let's do a poll. Nice poll. New poll. DAG key skill. So we have stealth, which I think a few people have said. Survival, because I'm Australian. Close combat, just because, like I said, got some background there. Let's go with scout as well. I think that's fine, and tech. Yeah, I think these are the most likely candidates. Yeah, I consider myself to be very observant, you know. So that's why I think scout is also a good option there. I'm more visible with the red streak now. That's true. That is true. But if I'm wearing a hat, I mean, like the model that you see on the Hero Forge, that actually has the red streak as well, and you can't see it. So I mean, just saying. Okay. So we got a couple for close quarters combat. Couple for survival. Okay. How is scout defined? Let me read it. Let's see. Scout. Here we go. Scout. You mainly use scout in two types of situations. The first, when you're moving somewhere on the area map. Scout lets you determine if the sector you're about to enter is safe and lets you find a good place to stay for the night. You lead the party in a way that minimizes risk. This is explained more in Chapter 6 as we travel. You can't help with extra successes from others, but use scouting in this... you can't be helped with extra successes from others when you use scout this way because you're the only person who can lead the group. The other way scout is used is as an overview of your immediate surroundings or to spot threats or hidden things. For example, so it's like your search action, basically. Yeah, so scout is kind of like your search action. Extra successes, yeah, basically, yeah. So it's your perception roll. All right, cool. Okay, so we got one for scout. All right, final calls. The numbers are closing in. The actual results are really close. So if you want to vote for what my key skill is going to be, throw it in there. We've got 2 for survival, 3 for close quarters combat, and 1 for scout. Now, while we're doing this as well, I'm just going to decide. So I think there's a few things I can already say. Because I can only have a maximum of 2. I definitely want my scout to be 2. That is a no-brainer. I definitely want my scout to at least be 2. Same with my close quarters combat. So 2, 4, then stealth 6. Survival is 8. Tech, not that it'll help much, but I think tech we'll put at 1 maybe. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. Then let's go with mobility at 2, 9, 10, 11. And then 12, let's give that to endure. All right, it looks like close quarters combat is our... Okay, it looks like close quarter combat is our skill. Okay. Okay, so that means as a key skill, let me just double check this to make sure I'm handling this right. You may spend 3, yeah, so this is my main skill. I can spend 3 points on instead, which I think I straight up will. So, looking at what we have, how much time has passed in this world since the outbreak? We're going to be going from the outbreak. Don't open dead inside. Yes. Okay, so 3 points for close combat. 1 point for mobility. 2 points for stealth. 2 points for scout. 1 point for survival. So how much have I spent so far? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I got 3 more points. Let's go 1 in tech. And 1 in endure and 1 in force, I think. I think that's a good start. Okay. Okay, let's just save that real quick. Just so that you guys can now see the adjustments. All right, tell us what you guys think. Is this... There we go. And... No, that didn't work. Oh, yep, there we go. Cool. All right, sweet. Oh, that's because I'm not looking at the right chat. Okay, there we go. All right. Is there a shouting call mechanic? Maybe. I hope so. Okay, cool. So it looks like we have... Okay, so let me know if these stats are okay. First of all, also, if you can see them clearly enough. If they are a little bit hard to see, then let me know. I'll see what I can do. I don't know if I'll be able to do anything, but I will try. But yeah, let me know if you think I should adjust these. You can still roll a skill you don't have points in, but you only get the dice for the attributes. Yeah, so if I want to do, say, medicine, I would get 3 dice for my empathy, but I wouldn't get anything for that. So yeah. Yeah, that's literally how it works. All right. Choose a talent. All right, nice. Super easy there. Let's get to a talent, because we know exactly what talent we want. Give me my talent. General talent. All right. Animal companion. You have a pet you can rely on once per session. You get a +1 on a dice roll where it is evident your pet is of use. All right. All right, animal companion. Which gives me once per day a +1 on one of my checks. Of use, so you can't use animal companion on a medicine check. No, that's true. That's true. General talent salutes. Cute. I like that. You can roll. Okay, yeah, yeah. So we get a +1 on our thing there. Okay. Let's see. It just needed to be in a good font that you guys can read. There we go. There we go. Sorry, just adding all the stuff. companion. Done, done, done. Sweet. Okay. Okay, so that's nice and obvious. Unless my pet's name is Negan. Then you'll clear up your headaches. Alright. So, yeah. General animal companion. Yeah. You have a pet that once per session. You get a +1 on a dice roll where it's evident the pet is of use. Sweet. I love it. I mean, there's lots of other ones that I could look at, but no, I'm definitely getting a pet. Like, there's not even a question. Not even a question. Not happening. Okay. Let's see. What's next? Choose your gear. Okay. Define your relationships with other PCs. Choose 2 anchors, and then describe your haven. Okay, cool. So let's go to gear. How do I get gear? Gear. Things you carry. You know, if you have a strength of 2, you have 4 slots. Okay. So I have strength of 3. What does that mean? Okay. Things you carry should be written on your character sheet. If it's not written there, you do not have it with you. Your capability to carry things is measured in slots. You have a number of slots equal to your strength plus 2. If you have 2 strengths, then you have 4 slots. So that means I have 5 slots on my inventory. Okay. So I'm just going to make a note here of how many slots I have. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 slots. Okay, so I can carry 5 things. Have they actually released a fillable character sheet? No, they haven't, not yet. I'm doing this all in Paint. And if the GM's arguing with you, just take a short rest, petting the dog. You could lose a point of stress. Yeah, actually, that's a good point. That's a good point. All right. You assume to have things to put into. You are assumed to have things to put stuff in, such as backpacks. So that's fine. But yada yada yada. If you have a car or something similar, you can put as much as you want in them in practical. Okay, so if we have like a car or a van, we can put stuff into it, and that's fine. It's just about being sensible. When you start the game, you roll 3 times on the equipment table for your archetype. Re-roll if you get the same until you have 3 different items. You also get to roll once in the scavenging table on appendix things. Okay, so let's see. Gear. All right, so we've got everyone's different type of gear. Let's see if there's a gear chart here. Critical injuries. Gear. Here we go. Okay, general gear. Item quality. Close weapons. Vehicles. Where's salvage? Is there salvage? Sorry, just trying to find the salvage chart. Because it didn't list the page, which is fine because it's a beta, so, you know. It just means we have to do this the hard way. Maybe it's in the back, hold on. Nope. Maybe let's look for salvage. No. Okay. Oh, here we go. Nope. Okay, I found the scavenging one. Okay, here we go. All right, so I have to roll 3d6. All right. Can I get you guys to do it? So, exclamation d6 in chat. The first 3 people, we're going to determine what we find. So, exclamation d6. So that is a 1, 5, and 153. Okay, 153. So 153 is a sleeping bag. Nice. All right, sweet. So we start off with a sleeping bag. That's fucking brilliant. What a good start. Oh man, you guys are very kind to me at the moment. Okay. Sleeping bag. Boom. That's our first item. Okay. So, starting equipment. Okay, we have to roll 3 times on that table. We get 3 different items. Okay, so I guess we'll pick one of the archetypes. Criminal, doctor, farmer, homemaker, the nobody, the outcast, the politician, the preacher, the scientist, the law enforcer, the soldier. I think closest thing that I would have to gear, honestly, would be either probably the kid, to be honest. Let's not lie. Oh, you know what? Let you guys decide. Fuck it. Let's do it this way. You guys decide what 3 items a game master should get. I think that's the easiest way to do it. Let's do it. What 3 items should I have as the game master? You want a cricket bat? We can do a cricket bat. If everyone's happy with a cricket bat and there's no protest to it, that can be one of the items. D4s is caltrops. Oh, that's a good one. Bag of dice. D4s. Yeah, okay, bag of gaming dice. Assorted bag of gaming dice. I think that's a good one. A med kit, food. Yeah, we can get food. We can start with food. So cricket bat, sleeping bag, bag of dice, med kit, food. Maybe MRIs. Food. Refillable water bottle. Oh, you know what? That's actually a good one. Yeah, actually, let's go with the water bottle. All right, yeah, because I actually do have that. So I've got I do have a cricket bat, I do have a sleeping bag, I do have a bag of gaming dice, and I do have metal water bottles. So I think these are valid and viable things. Now, because I can carry 5 things, normally I wouldn't start with anything, but I will give myself an extra thing just because I'm in my house, right? All my stuff is here. What else? A lighter? I don't have any lighters. I don't smoke. I do have, actually, you know what? I actually got it on my desk right now because I was doing something. You don't need to worry about it. I do have boxes of matches, so yeah, I could definitely, let's throw in matches. I literally have them. Large box of matches. Yeah, large box of matches. Sweet. Flashlight? I do have a flashlight. What do you think? Okay, so let me save this real quick. Okay, this is what I have currently. If anyone wants to suggest changing anything, now is the time. So if you want me to have a flashlight, I have to give up one of these things. Kid archetype has the dog for starting equipment, does he? Oh, he totally does. I mean, I guess. Maybe it's like one of those dogs you have to carry. All right, so there we go. That's up there. So anyone want to suggest swapping something out from that list? The Mind Flayer head? I'm not carrying around the Mind Flayer head. Hell no. I think the flashlight's not a bad idea. I've actually got one of those flashlights that you wind up as well. So that's actually not a terrible idea. It doesn't require batteries or anything. What do you guys think? Flashlight stand. Yeah, no, I've got one of the yeah, I've got one of the wind up ones. Yeah, I've got a wind up one. So what, do you think I should take that instead of the matches? Yeah, it is very cool. It is very cool. And it doesn't last like a great deal of time. Oh, but it does make noise. It does. So basically you have to wind it up and it charges it and it lasts, but if you need to recharge it, it does make a bit of noise. Like it's sort of, how big is the large thing of matches? There are 450 matches in this set. So I've got 450 matches in this box that's right next to me. So basically a you know, a rechargeable flashlight or 450 matches. I mean, I could give up the bag of dice or the cricket bat or the water bottle as well. These are options as well. Lose the bag of dice and add a med kit to help the dog if injured. That's true, but keeping in mind, I could also find a med kit. What would the dice do? Good point. Yeah, that's true. All right, maybe we'll leave the dice behind. That's okay. We can indeed leave the dice behind. Some other preacher items is a Bible, so no, I don't have a Bible at my house. All right. Guess the Pathfinder core rulebook. That's my melee weapon, as I beat people with the Pathfinder core rulebook. All right, lose the dice, get the flashlight. Okay, cool, done. Done. Wind up flashlight. Okay, there we go. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of dig the idea of using. Actually, you know what'd be really funny is if I get a sock. I can use these as like my melee weapon. So I put these into a sock and just start beating zombies to death with them. That'd be amazing. So when we say like a bag of dice, I mean, I could bring like a bag of these. Pathfinder core rulebook is body armor. Well, I mean, sock of dice instead of the bat. What do you guys think? Do you want me to use the bag of metal dice instead of the cricket bat? I mean, I can use flails, like it's his thing. Bag of metal dice, or the cricket bat. Bag full of D4 caltrops. Well, the D4 in this one is legitimately just a caltrop. Like, hold on, let me pull that out there. So that is the D4. Look at that nasty bugger. Yeah, what do you guys all think? I mean, these, like, when I say these are weaponable, like seriously, like, listen to this. Oh, fuck, I broke my table. Oh, shit, I scratched my table. Fuck. Oh, no. Yep, I just destroyed my table. Should not have done that. That was unwise. I'm going to paint that black so that my missus doesn't notice. No one saw anything. Anyway, who wants to weaponize these? No, my dice is fine. It broke my table. Fucked up my table, god damn it. Rub walnut on it? Yeah, maybe. I will try to rub walnut on it. But I hope she's not watching it. Is it just... No, it's a hole. It like there is a legitimate, like, hold on, let me, okay. Hold on, there we go. Okay. So this is my table, right? As you can see, nice and smooth right there. And let me show you this. So this is, I don't know if you could see that right there. Yeah, I just kind of painted it black just then with my thing, but that huge divot there, that was just for me dropping it. Like, not even hard. I didn't even throw it or anything. I just let it go and it cracked into it. Yeah. Well. Yep. I will definitely try the walnut thing. Okay, so we vibing the dice? I feel like the dice have earned it. Spiked metal dice. Sock. Yeah. Cricket bat could be a reskin baseball bat. Yeah, we could. Well, I mean, we could reskin all of these as that. And keeping in mind, like I said, it wouldn't be hard to get a thing. Would be an improvised weapon. I don't mind an improvised weapon. Yeah, I don't mind an improvised weapon. I mean, our close combat is currently at 3 with 3 in strength, which is actually not bad. That is pretty up there. So I think we'll be okay. And hopefully we'll be avoiding most of the close quarter combat if all is said and done. Yeah, I think definitely that. If we want to get a if we want to see 76. Ooh, okay, hold on. Let me have a quick look. So 76. Let's have a look at weapons. Let's see what improvised weapons do. Weapons table. Improvised weapons. There's a bonus. So baseball bat does 2 damage. Improvised weapons does 1. Let's see. So a crowbar, baseball bat, a spear, a sword, a big axe. Okay. Okay, I would say these dice would compete with a crowbar. Honestly, I'm not lying. These are some chunky boys. And if you put them in a sock, you will fuck something up. And I think it would do more damage with, as an improvised weapon, it would definitely do more damage than I think a crowbar would, if not as much. Yeah, so I'd say it'd be comparable to a crowbar. Because even with a baseball bat, considering the leverage and the weight of a baseball bat compared to the actual flail type thing, I think it'd still be kind of in the same vein. So it'd be a 2 damage, 1 bonus, encumbrance, probably still an encumbrance half, to be honest. But like, yeah, it would definitely be a nastier one. Only because it's literally like metal and spiked. My bag of dice is 2.5 kilo. Yeah, can do some damage. Have you taken to dinner since I've gotten back? We haven't gone out for dinner, but we have plans to go for a picnic in a evening, it's like an art exhibit type thing. So we have plans. We haven't done it yet. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm gonna follow the rules of the crowbar for that one. Just because, like, I mean, if you improvise a weapon, you can't really compare like using a chair, which is like made of wood, compared to like, hey, McClover, oh, dude, thank you so much. Oh, that's amazing. Unlocking the secret menu item. We're gonna make you an NPC. That's straight up NPC time. Oh, McClover, that is so nice. Thank you so much. You know what? I'm right now in front of you. I am going to very quickly. There we go. All right, I have just moved those funds into the dinner account. So that is not a Dead Aussie Gamer donation. That is going directly with love to taking her out for dinner. We're gonna go somewhere nice. I will take photos of the food and I will enjoy You'll be celebrating your 30th wedding anniversary. That is amazing, McClover. Actually, before I left for Utah, me and Sue celebrated our 14th year anniversary as well. So, you know, congratulations on your May-versary, as we also are May-versary people. So yeah. So congratulations, McClover. That is so wonderful. The big 30. Oh my God, that must be. That's amazing. Do you do the thing where you buy anniversary gifts based on like an element? I don't know what it was. It was like let me see. There's a whole thing. It's a whole cultural thing too. Wedding anniversary gift by year. Yeah. Okay. Cool. So basically, it's what gifts you give per year. Like okay. So first year of anniversary. Traditionally, you should give paper. Then second year, something cotton. Third year, something leather. Fourth year is something silk or flowers if you're in the US. Fifth year is wood. Candy in the sixth year. So let's have a look at the 30th year. 30th year, pearl is this year, was your traditional theme. Your modern theme, if you're feeling modernized, is diamond. The color is green. The gemstone is pearl or diamond or jade as an alternative. And wedding gift suggestions. Click here. Oh, is it now? Yeah, pearl. Oh, there's pearls with diamonds on it. Ah, cute. I like that. And eternity roses. Like gold roses. That's kind of cute. So yeah, so you can see there's like there's a whole cultural thing. So I mean, hey, if that's what you're up to, otherwise, you know, like, dude, you do you. I was just curious if you celebrated the gift anniversary things. Dinner with the kids is what we're doing. Amazing. That's so amazing. You know, family is so important. You know, and it means a lot because, you know, they are our core. They're our center. They're the place that we find ourselves renewed. So I think it's super wonderful, and thank you for your generosity and supporting my family as well. It means a lot. Really, really does. Thank you, McClover. Getting all emotional now. What was I doing? Getting our equipment. All right, so we got our equipment. Let's just very quickly put in weapons. Dice flail, damage 2. Let's see where we go. Yada yada yada. Here, yep. There's that. Damage is 2. Bonus is +1. Range is... what was the range? On page 75. Range is... no range. Just close range, obviously. Okay, so that is range, close. All right, done. Okay, let's just save that real quick. All right, so there's the update. Okay. All right, where are we at? Interesting, DAG. If you have dog as an equipment, it gives you a +2 to close combat rolls. Oh, is it? Ah, oh, okay, but doesn't that automatically count as me having a dog? Why would it be under my equipment? Does the talent give me the dog, or is it just... hold on, let me just double check this. Because I have to have the dog, right? Like, that's why I got the talent. General talent. You have a pet that you can rely on once per session, where it's evident you earn the trust of an animal. If you have a dog as equipment, it gives you a +2 to combat rolls. I must have the dog. That's just a given, right? Like, I don't need to justify that. We have the dog. That was the whole point. And it shouldn't take up a freaking equipment slot for sure. Unless the animal companion talent is like, it's a stray dog that isn't really helping you. You know what I mean? That's kind of like helping you on occasion. Give the dog a backpack. Okay. No, I'm giving myself a dog. Screw it. No. This is just happening. So I'm going to give myself a dog. There we go. Dog is there. We will, I will let chat name the dog, but I will likely do it during the first session. So we won't name it today, but we'll name it when we start playing. And then when we get the close quarters combat, so that gives us a +2. So let's move that across. Okay. All right, there we go. Go. So we have a +1/+3 if I'm using the dog. Maybe it's a service dog you found on the way? Maybe. That'd be really cool. I like that idea. While I was in Utah, one of the guests had a service dog, and their name was Grim, and I love Grim to bits. Grim is the bestest boy, and I love them. That is all. That is all you need to know. Grim was the best. Okay, choose my gear. Defining relationships to other PCs. Okay, so, defining relationships. Where do I write that? PC anchors. So there are no other PCs, so I guess I don't need to fill that out, I guess. Right? That makes sense. So I do not have a PC anchor. NPC anchor. Okay, so let's have a look. What do I need to do here? So Grim on one of my streams. Yeah, no, Grim was so cute. I love Grim. Let's see. Choose 2 anchors. And then describe the haven. Okay, so 2 anchors. Anchor 1 is definitely dog. Anchor 2 is... Anchor 2 will be... Let's see. What brings me peace? Aw, I feel like it's sad. Friend on the radio? Ooh, I like that. But I don't have a radio. Radio friend. Okay. All right. I like the idea of a radio friend. Radio friend. has been... Okay, so Radio Friend has been providing intel via shortwave. I have not spoken with them. Alright, there we go. I haven't spoken with them. So that's kind of cool. I like that. So they're releasing information, and that's kind of important to me. But I'm not like... Yeah, but I'm not like... What's the word? I'm not able to communicate with them yet. Alright, I like that. There we go. Okay. Boom. So there we go. We got some stuff in there. Okay, now keeping in mind that that we need to feed the dog at the same time, that's also something to keep into consideration as we play. When I was a kid, we used to have a wind-up emergency radio that had a light attached to it. Could be a stretch for the rules for your gear, but those things exist. Oh, you know what? I think that'll maybe be something that'll upgrade my flashlight. If we can get to like a, you know, BYC or something like there. Okay, let's see. What's next? So just 2 anchors. I think that's it. I think that's all the character stuff. I don't have any armor. Don't have any stored gear. Okay, let's read up a little bit on stress and anchors and hit points. And then I think that brings us to the end of this chapter. And we can maybe read up a little bit on the skills. Okay, here we go. So, stress and anchors. When scary or distressing things happen, your PC takes stress. You can also suffer stress by pushing rolls. Having stress lets you add stress dice to the roll, but you also risk messing up and attracting walkers. Stress and stress dice are described in Chapter 5. Anchor. You have 2 people in your group who are important to you. In-game, you can interact with them to relieve your stress. An anchor can be someone like a friend, or a lover, or a parent, or your child. One of the anchors is always an NPC in your group, and the other is always another PC. Oh, okay, cool. So because I don't have a PC, we've just made 2 NPCs, so that's fine. Okay. Yada yada yada. How do you feel? When you play, bad things will happen, and your PC risks being pushed beyond their limits. At the end of each session, the GM will go through the list of breaking points. If any of these things happened to you during the session, you need to roll to handle your fear. When you handle your fear, you roll as many dice as either your wits or empathy allow. Add 2 for each anchor who is still alive and on your side. You do not add stress die. Roll to handle your fears. Cannot be pushed. If you're successful, you've managed to handle your fear, but if you fail, you're overwhelmed by fear and go to see what happens on a new table. Okay, cool. So that's how your stress works. Nice. All PCs and NPCs have 3 hit points. Each hit point of damage removes 1 point of health. If you lose all of them, you are broken, suffer critical injuries. Damaging and healing are described later. Okay, cool. Sweet. Hey, no worries. Catch you later, McClover. Thank you again. All the love. Have a wonderful and amazing 30th anniversary. All my love to you and your family. Mwah. All right. Overwhelmed. You lose your drive, you become shattered, or your issue changes, or you gain another one. Okay, nice. Shattered. You talk to dead people, you see dead people, you think the walkers are alive, you protect a walker, you want to die, you emotionally shut off, involuntary rage, paranoia, or obsessive compulsive disorder. Crazy. Oh my god. When you become shattered, you start suffering delusions, bad habits, etc. Oh man, that's gonna get hard. That's gonna get hard for real. Experience. At the end of each session, DAG finds about the horrors critical injury table. Yeah, no, I got a glimpse of that. It's messed up. Okay, at the end of each session, you get experience points. They can be used to buy points in skills. Buying points cost 10 XP, yada yada yada. Did you participate? Yes. Did you achieve something important? Did you learn something important? Did you explore a new sector of the travel map? Did you drive your issues or any relationships? Did you hold a dearly departed monologue? Okay, so that's cool. Relationships. Okay, we don't need to worry about that. We got tons of relationships. We're not creating a haven, so we're going to skip over that. Skills. Using skills. Bonuses give you extra dice. Hey, all things fantasy, good. How are you? I hope you're well. We are just reading up on the Walking Dead role-playing game, and we are building our character. We have made the Dead Aussie Gamer for our game, the DAG versus the Walking Dead, where chat is going to be playing the role of the almighty GM while I am walking through the world of the Walking Dead and trying to live, basically. A failed test, pushing a roll. Yep, that's fine. We already know about that. Stress dice. We already know about that. Messing up. When you roll a walker on the stress die, you messed up. Typically, this means you've attracted walkers and are now under attack. Either way, the threat level goes up. Yada, yada, yada. Okay, cool. So maybe I need to put somewhere on the chat a current threat level. I'm just going to put this down as a note thing. Okay, there we go. I'll add something a little bit better later on, but for now, I think that's just fine. Hey, Calindria, how are you? Good to see you. Thank you so much for joining us. We're doing some prep stuff for the Walking Dead, the DAG versus the Walking Dead game. We have been doing the character building stuff. There we go. Boom. Okay, what do we have? There we go. I don't even know where to put this. Just there, that'll do. Okay, there, that'll do for now. Like I said, we'll fix that up in post. So, threat level. It'll be the threat levels as we level up, as we do stuff. Okay, so what have you missed? So we've made our character, the Dead Aussie Gamer. He is a game master by archetype, which we made up. Description. I should probably also put that down. Let's see, description. Mid 30s, chocolate skinned, lean build, hey, one shot. Yeah, I'll be with you in just a moment. We are just wrapping up here. Lean build, long black hair with red streak. Let's see. Mostly wears red and black. Layers. All right, cool. Yeah, there we go. So we got the appearance. That is now done. Boom, there's that. File, save as, PNG, done, done, done. All right, cool. So that is that. Okay, that's looking good. Okay, so we got the messing up stuff, helping each other. We don't need to worry about that. Opposed roles, extreme difficulty. So, the difficulty. So, if something requires a check, we need to have 1 success for a difficult challenge, 2 successes for a highly unlikely challenge, 3 successes for an almost impossible challenge. So, for example, if we need to get 3 6s on our combat challenge for 6, it's basically like I'm trying to fight something that I'm just not going to win at. So that's kind of where the dice goes. So for those of you who joined us partway through the character build, the way this works is this is a d6 game where you add d6s based on what your values are. So our attribute, strength, gives us 3 d6, plus our close combat score of 3 gives us another 3 d6s. If I wanted to hit something that is reasonably easy, hey Myth, thank you for the gifted sub to our dear friend One Shot. By the way, OSQ, I await my VIP mark on your channel. Just you know, FYI. All right. So I'd roll these, and then every time I rolled a 6, I get a success. So I just rolled that there. I have 2 successes. So because I've got 2 successes, that means that I have undergone a highly unlikely challenge. If I wanted to, I could push, and by pushing, I could add a stress dice, which if I roll my stress dice, as long as I don't roll a 1, which I did, as long as I don't roll a 1, I don't mess up, you know, and then I can add that to a potential, you know, score. So that's basically how the game works. So it's nice, it's easy, it's simple, it works. Hey, Kevin Cantrip, welcome in. Hi guys, how was Fireside Chat? I hope you guys had a good time. For those of you who don't know, my name is Michael, the Dead Aussie Gamer. This is my place, this is my fate, and we are doing some character building for the Walking Dead game that we're going to be doing, DAG versus the Walking Dead, where you guys take on the role of the GM, throwing everything you can at me in order to throw us into the Walking Dead. You can summon monsters, you can make things terrible. It's basically a whole other thing. So yeah, if you want to come and check that out, consider following the channel and checking out what we do. And the actual time and day of this will be announced, but we're just building the character for the time being, which we're actually just about to finish. So yeah, if you've got any questions, ask them now. If you want to ask, just say something. That's it. All right. The last thing we're going to look at here is what are we looking at? We are looking at just the idea of fighting the dead. We're going to do a quick kind of what happens with combat, and then we're going to call it a day. Hey, thank you so much for the subs, guys. Calm down. We're at the end of the stream, okay? I can't keep dragging us out. I've got things to do. All right. So, walker characteristics. Walkers don't have skills, attributes, or health or anything like that. The GMs describe them as gory, and they continue to do stuff. They target passengers, they target passersby and things. But the threat level determines how dangerous the scenario is. So, threat level 0, you are in a clear area and safe. Threat level 1, there are walkers around, but they have not noticed you. Threat levels 2, the walkers are close, but are not aware of you yet. Threat level 3, walkers are aware of you, nearby walkers will shamble towards you. Threat level 4, the walkers are now closing in on you. Threat level 5, they are within arm's reach. And threat level 6, dead are in your face and have surrounded you. So those are the increasing threat levels. Let's see, okay. Avoiding walkers. At a threat level 1 or 2, you can still avoid them. Reducing threat level. There's no easy way to reduce a threat level. Single walker attack. 1 roll. A single attack by a walker is resolved with 1 skill roll. You can roll any skill that makes sense for the situation. If you suffer an attack from it and are already in a brawl, you may roll to avoid it. If you succeed, you kill the walker and have hidden from them. Or in some other way have stopped them from attacking you. But this doesn't mean you're safe. If you fail, the walker, you have to roll on the walker attack table, which means you may take damage or potentially die. If you become broken, you must also roll for critical injury as well. So yeah, walker attacks, there's a lot of different stuff there. And some of these are just straight up you die. You are bitten in the throat. Blood everywhere. You die. You are bitten in the stomach. The wound is not deep, but soon you will get a fever. Within D6 days, you will die. It headbutts you and throws you to the floor, but then you kill it. You take 1 point of damage. So yeah, there's lots of different ways that that a fight is going to ensue, which is, you know, good. If you succeed, you don't have to walk on. You don't have to make the attack on the walker chart. But if you fail, yeah, then things get tough. Fighting a swarm. So this is like a large group of them. Depending on the threat level, depends on how desperate you are. And you will have to escape them. Basically, you can't beat them at that point. All right, that's the Haven. That's all that. All right, the last thing we're going to do here is just check up on our solo stuff to see if we need to make any changes. So here we go. All right. Solo mode. Creating a solo survivor. Give yourself 14 starting skills instead of 12. Nice. So we get 2 extra skills. So let's throw in an extra in mobility. And let's throw an extra in medicine. There we go. Just get a little bit of medicine in there. Okay. We then go, let's see. Take 1 free general talent. Oh, nice. So we do get a free general talent. Lone Wolf, 9 lives, Unbreakable are suggested. So let's just take one of those ones, I guess. So let's see, talents. Just pulling this up here. There we go. Let's see. These are some pretty good ones. What do they suggest? Lone Wolf, Unbreakable. Once per session, before becoming broken, you immediately stop being covered and gain a hit point. That's not bad. 9 lives. Rolling for critical injury, you may decide which of the dice represents your 10s. That's not bad. Actually, I think 9 lives is a good one. And then Lone Wolf. What was Lone Wolf? Lone Wolf was... It's not down here. Interesting. Actually, I'm going to go with Unbiteable. Unbiteable, that's a good one. So Unbiteable means that I can decide what the 10's result is on my bite when I get bitten. So if I get attacked, this might do, it might be just what I need to stave off getting killed. Okay. All right, so there's that. I'll just leave that there. That's fine. All right. Let's see. What else is in my solo thing? After rolling your stag gear, give yourself a knife if you already don't have a melee weapon. I don't think we're fine. I think we're fine with that. Assign your anchors to the NPC in your haven. Have one person in the haven be your companion. Nope, that's fine. All right, cool. That's it. And we have some solo tools as well. We have a oracle, so it's something that helps us up. The luck oracle, the theme oracle, and the messing up oracle. They are used to randomly determine answers and questions to provide you information. So we don't need that, at least not now. Sweet. Done and done. We have now concluded. So, thank you so much, everyone, for coming and joining us. Thank you, OG, for your love and lurk. We are now going to send off the love to another fellow streamer so that you guys can go and enjoy all of the good things. We are going to go and send the love to our dear friends at the Legends of Evantris, a wonderful D&D TTRPG stream. Be sure to enjoy yourself, send all the love, throw in all the DAG emotes, all the love hearts, all the raid emotes. Guys, stay safe, stay wonderful, and until we meet again, as always, from me to you, game hard or die trying. Bye, folks!